WSM. This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into the studio and happy Halloween, everyone. You made it to Friday. We're here. We're kind of sort of in costume, but not really. We didn't go full out. We are like coded is what I think Annie said is the best way to put it. So Charlie Matos will be also coded as Forrest Gump.
My name is Charlie
Yes.
Matos.
Charlie
I
Matos.
said that from the podium on the Forrest Gump night, and like 4 people laughed. I actually chastised them. I said, okay, I thought that would get a better laugh. And then that got a better laugh. But still,
right?
you know.
Annie is coming in as a ghost. She has on a ghost t-shirt that says "Let's go ghouls," which is it's pretty good, right? It's great.
Let's go ghouls.
But you will be a minion tonight, though.
I will be a minion.
I love the minions.
I brought the minion costume because I thought she might come as a minion, so I brought my minion costume just in case.
And then I took it from her.
Yeah, and then she's gonna wear it tonight.
Okay.
She's like, yours is cuter than mine.
Yours is better than mine.
And I just wore leopard print. I don't even know if you can barely see it. It's very dark, but leopard print. So if I did have cat ears on, I'd be a leopard,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I mean, that's what we're doing.
Very nice.
Right.
And Hank upstairs is going as Jeff Roberts. Happy Halloween, everybody. Thanks for being with us here in
Not
the
the
studio.
best-selling Amazon costume, Jeff Roberts, but, you know, I'm sure maybe next year.
It
takes a while for a trend to develop.
They need to get it in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it needs to happen a little bit more. So it is Halloween. We are celebrating in the studio today. We got a lot of things coming up here on the show inside the Simply Superior studio at the Acuff House, including a friend, Brent Mayer, who stopped by. He is an award-winning songwriter, engineer, producer. He's got a new project that is fascinating. It's called Night of the Orphan Train. It is a true story that happened in our history that I think a lot of us probably haven't heard about, or if we did hear about it, it was a blip in history class. And now he has written not only an audio book that goes with this, but almost it's a musical in a way, an audio musical. So he is just incredible. And truly, we said this in the interview, but if there was no Brent, then there would be no Judds.
Correct.
Like he's the one that really gave the Judds their
Right.
start.
Yeah. But also before that, worked with Elvis and Ike and Tina Turner. I mean, it's just an amazing career.
Yeah.
So it's a fascinating interview.
He is phenomenal. So stay tuned. We are going to encore that for you in just a little bit. Also, we found a story about bottled letters that had been thrown into the ocean from World War I that have now just washed up on the beach in Australia.
Crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
Wow,
Really
Australia. That's a long way.
Yeah, it really is. So we got that story coming up. We're also going to be talking about Jonas Brothers coming in with another collaboration in country music, which I'm a big fan of. So I support that. And the Eli Young Band has a documentary out, all the stories and more. Plus, I think we need to talk about candy because today's the day. You know, favorite candy. What have you bought? What have you not bought? And what can you get that's maybe on deep discount today?
The problem is tomorrow.
That's when you really want it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't discount it enough today.
No.
It's always
80%
tomorrow.
off tomorrow.
Right.
There
They
you
might
go.
overprice it today, no?
Yes, I think so. To punish
think
you
they
for buying
do?
late. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. I'm getting punished a lot at the grocery store, to be honest. But I'll be buying candy today. So
It's all good. It's
Yeah.
all good. There she was. That was Carrie Underwood on the stage at the Grand Ole Opry with Blown Away. Another album cut that could be from Carrie Revenge series. We've decided that, there are two sides to Carrie Underwood. There is the very sweet, kind, loving, wonderful, something in the water,
temporary home.
Jesus Take the Wheel.
Yeah. And then there's
Carrie Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Blown Away, Two Black Cadillacs,
Yeah.
Before He Cheats. Just put all of those. Ghost Story fits into that as well. So I've told her that. I was like, you really have enough for just a full Revenge album. She's like, that's really smart.
Yeah. Could do a whole tour, the Revenge Tour.
Wow. Wouldn't that be great?
Oh, yeah.
It would be
Get
fun
like
if
Miranda to go on tour with you, and all that. You could theme the night.
Theme it. What if the first half of the show is like all sweet and lovely, and then she goes backstage and changes into something like dark, and it's
See, there it is.
Revenge
You're
Carrie's
doing it
the
again.
second half.
Throwing these for free. This is going to happen, and you're going to say, "Wait a minute."
I know her well enough. I'd be like, hey, toss me $1 for that one.
Here's a couple of comps.
Or
Come see us.
better yet, give me some of your canned persimmons. We had a whole conversation backstage at the Opry when she played last Friday about persimmons because she's been trying to make persimmon butter.
Okay.
And and I said, my dad does a persimmon pudding, and she's like, I might have to try that. The persimmon butter was not apparently as good as she wanted it to be.
Okay.
So yeah.
Every once in a while, you swing and you miss.
That's true.
But you swung.
Still gave it a
Renee
a
tried
good
to do
shot.
sushi one time, and it was it's okay.
Sushi, they have it on sale now at Publix. $5 Wednesdays.
Yeah,
My
sushi,
husband's very excited about that.
Sprouts has the good sushi too.
Oh,
excellent sushi at the Sprouts.
we have to try that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this because it's so cool. 2 letters that were put in bottles during World War I and thrown out into the ocean have now washed up on shore in Australia, if you can believe it. Isn't that insane? According to the Australian Broadcasting Company, resident Deborah Brown found the lost messages washed up on the shores in her hometown of Wharton Beach. The letters, which were bundled together in a single bottle, were written by Private Malcolm Alexander Neville and Private William Kirk Harley. They were dated 1916. Brown was able to track down the families of the 2 soldiers. She's been in contact with Neville's great-nephew and Harley's granddaughter. And they said, we're just stunned. How crazy is that? 5 grandchildren are still alive, and they're so excited to read these.
So number 1, it's a glass bottle.
Yeah.
So it's amazing it survived. Number
Right?
2, even if it didn't crack, it didn't leak.
Right.
Like
How did
it's
they
insane
seal it?
that thing stayed sealed for 108 years.
Just crazy. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
That's pretty special. So I had to share that with you. Also got a new Jonas Brothers collaboration coming to our radio here in country music. And I'm a fan of it. Anytime the Jonas Brothers want to come hang with us, I'm here for it. So you remember they already have the song out with Rascal Flatts. That is now top 20. I dare
It's
you.
very catchy.
It's so catchy. And I listened to it all summer long. Now they're jumping on a remake with Russell Dickerson's latest hit. So Happen to Me for Russell has been his fastest rising song. It hit number 1, and now he's putting out a remix version with the Jonas Brothers.
He just looks like one of the boys there. I love
He
that.
sure does.
Yeah.
He's the tallest Jonas,
Yeah,
if
well,
they were
by
going to do
far,
that.
yeah,
By
I think,
far.
yeah.
He joined them on stage in Detroit. They were out on their tour, and they've had special guests every place that they go. So he joined them on stage in Detroit. So I think he returned the favor. He's like, hey, boys, why don't you do this? I'm ready for a full country album from the Jonas Brothers.
I think it's going to happen.
I think
it's going to happen.
I really hope so. And their dad, his headquarters are here. I pass it on Music Row. I mean, I like that they're doing it slow, though, like inch by inch. They're coming into country. All right, this is pretty cool, too. Eli Young Band, they've been around for 25 years, which seems impossible. But they have a new documentary out. It's 26 minutes. So they're like, hey, 25 years, 26 minutes. You can watch how it all got started. Mike Eli, James Young, John Jones, and Chris Thompson. They started out as frat brothers together at the University of North Texas, and it morphed into Eli Young Band. He said, you forget sometimes how crazy the journey has been. I'm so glad to have the opportunity to share the story with the world. That's from Mike Eli, the lead singer. Of course, their hits are Crazy Girl, Even If It Breaks Your Heart, one of my favorite songs of all time, Drunk Last Night, Love Ain't, Saltwater Gospel, so many more. So check it out. You can see it over on YouTube. And congrats to Eli Young Band on 25 years.
From the Assembly Food Hall acoustic desk, this is Coffee Country and Cody.
Oh, we're so excited that she's with us this morning. And Jamie O'Neill walked into the studio and sat down, and we're just reminiscing. And I said,
yes,
I cannot believe it has been 25 years since your hit song, There Is No Arizona, came out.
Yeah.
And I said, one of my very first memories, I moved here in 2001. So I've been here for 24 years. And one of my first memories coming to town were the billboards of you. And they also had you on bus benches. Like when you were sitting at the bus, you could see, I remember driving by going, I don't know who she is, but she's gorgeous.
Oh,
and you had on a
thank
purple
you.
dress. I can still picture it. But that's right when the song was really hitting big because it was
Yes.
released 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Tell me about that time. How did it all start?
I
And
was
give
just
us-
talking about this with Craig,
Yeah.
my publicist. It was a crazy time, and I feel so blessed. I can't believe that things happened quickly for me. I wasn't expecting that because, you kind of like work your whole life.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, everyone's like, oh, it happened overnight. There was a lot of work that went into it behind the scenes.
Sure.
But still, from signing my deal to having the number one was not that long. So it was a little bit of a crazy time of being super busy. I'll never forget the first time I got recognized. I was at a Carrabba's and I thought somebody was pranking me. I'm looking around going, who put them up to this? This can't be real. What?
Really?
And it was real. And I was like amazed. These people really wanted a photo with me.
Wow.
Well,
this
and I
is
mean,
incredible.
that was the time when we had videos, and videos were a big deal as well.
I know. CMT. Thank you. GAC. I mean, they played the heck out of the Arizona video.
That's
It was
so
on all the time. And that's right. I mean, nowadays you're listening to songs, hits.
Yeah.
If you, listen to streaming too, you know the songs, but would you recognize them if they came to your door? And it is harder to break someone when it comes to putting the face to the music, I think.
So you said it was a short amount of time. You signed your record deal, and then how quickly did Arizona go number one? Do you know?
I signed my record deal in like around January of 2000.
Okay.
And it was 1 year later that it went to number one in February of 2001.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a quick
So
turnaround.
it came out in, I want to say, it came out July 31st. Wow. So
Okay.
it took a long time to get to number one. But I think in my mind, it was very short because there was a lot of we had to record the whole album.
Sure.
Video, photo shoots, all that kind of thing. All that happened behind the scenes, and all the interviews and things like that. Talking to great people like yourselves.
I loved it.
And then, and then it went to number one. And I went on some great tours in 2001. I had so much fun on tour.
Who
Kenny
you out with?
Chesney.
Oh, wow.
So much fun with him. He's an awesome guy. Toby Keith, another one. I love Toby. The Girls' Night Out was so incredible, Reba, Martina, Sarah Evans, Carolyn Dawn Johnson.
Oh, fun.
So I was just touring I took everything. Yes, yes, yes. You don't even need to ask me. Yes, I'm there.
Yep. When you look back on it, what were some of the things that you were experiencing for the first time that, had you known more, you probably would have been more nervous?
Oh, more nervous? Oh no, I was always nervous.
Were you?
I think when you really want something, that's where the nerves kick in.
'Cause you care.
Want this, you care, you want it, you want to be great. And there's a little bit of that imposter syndrome, that goes on too, where you're just like, but am I really, can I live up to this? Am I what people think? Am I good enough? All those things that
Right.
mess with your head, So I think looking back, I don't really know what I would tell myself because I'd probably be nervous right now going on the Tonight Show, you know what I mean? Or Letterman or something.
Right.
I was nervous then. I'd be nervous now. It's just because you want to be the best you can be.
That's true.
And then it was bang bang, right? Because
Yeah.
after Arizona, when I think about Angels, was a huge hit as well. So you were having a couple of really big songs out on the road.
Yes, absolutely. It was fantastic.
It's interesting too. When you have a great voice and you're a great entertainer, people tend to focus on those aspects because those are the most visible to people. But you were also a writer on both of those monster hits as well. And I think sometimes the songwriting gets forgotten for you, but you're a great songwriter.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, for me, singing, people ask me a lot, do you like singing or songwriting? Which one would you do if you could only do one? I'm like, it's definitely singing, performing, and that instant gratification. Because I've been doing it since I was a kid. So that connection with the audience to me is the reason I start in a writing room, is to get that song, be able to sing it, and try to think what can people connect to that I'm going through or that I feel is someone else going to be able to relate to this. You know what I mean?
So was it easy to say when you were listening to the songs that was Arizona like an easy pick? Everybody was saying this is the song, or was it one of those where there were others in contention and they said, maybe it should be this song? Because I've heard, I was just talking to Russell Dickerson. He has the number one hit. That was not the song he picked. He wanted a different song, and everybody on his team was like, no, I think This Happens to Me is going to be the one. And he said, I should have listened to him, because they led with a different song. That one didn't do what they wanted, and then this one came along and was a smash hit.
Yeah.
Was it that way with Arizona, or how did it play out?
It was, Keith, it is Halloween, people.
No, it does
It
it,
is
to, it does it to
Halloween.
everybody. It's
Just
not
took
just.
off. Okay, all right. I was
We didn't hit a
"There's
secret button
definitely a ghost
underneath
around here somewhere.
Mr. Acuff wants you to speak up.
Well, the song. That's
Yeah.
what you asked me. I think, Keith Stegall loved Arizona.
Okay.
The minute I played it for him, he was like, that's a smash. And him believing in it like that made me think, oh my God, Keith loves it.
Okay.
And we really wanted that song to be the first song, but I was writing as we went along through the whole process. And even though he had picked Arizona and the team and everyone was behind that song, I know Keith said to me, I'm glad that you hadn't played Shiver for Everyone, because I think they may have gone for that song too, because but when Shiver came out, it was right after 9/11 and it was at a terrible time for that song to come out.
Yeah.
And then Frantic came out, and that was a bad message to have out during that time as well. And so there's always that, but only if we'd have done this, if we'd have put out Sanctuary or something that was more, emotional at the time. But it's looking back again, everything was a blessing. It was a great time. I feel very fortunate to have had the hits that I did. And, you just never know. I don't think 100%. You just got to go with your gut.
That's
instinct.
right. That's right.
But everyone did want to do Arizona on my team. And so we were excited that we got to have the first single with that one.
Well, I got to be at the Opry when you and the Isaacs performed it, and they are featured on the 25th anniversary edition. So how did that friendship happen, and how did this version become reality?
Well, I sang on Sonia Isaac's solo album years ago, and I always loved her. Her voice is incredible. She's an incredible mando player and just the sweetest person. And then we kind of reconnected. Anita Cochran was doing something with them, and we reconnected in that way with her family group. And then we were on the country music cruise in January, and I was like, would you guys sing with me on this? Ben played upright bass and Becky played guitar and Sonia played mando. And so that it's kind of just evolved out of that and just loving them and just trying to create something new. And Janae Fleener played fiddle.
Yeah.
She is amazing.
Yeah.
And so, the original had harmonica and, a drum loop and that kind of thing on it. And it was probably more, leaning more progressive. This is more rootsy, cajon. There's a cajon loop a little bit on there, and then there's Janae, and it's just more bluegrass.
We're playing
I
it
love
right
it.
now. We're going to play it for everybody.
Thank you.
There is no Arizona. This is our friend Jamie O'Neill featuring the Isaacs all together. This is the new version 25 years after it was released, and you're hearing it on WSM.
And Cody.
We're talking with our friend Jamie O'Neill. New music is out today. More music on the way in January. A new album coming called Gypsum. And she's playing at Chiefs on Broadway on my birthday, November the 6th.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm playing there for you.
I thought that was going to be the surprise party. You guys let it out of the
You
bag.
gotta come to the show now. That's where you're celebrating your birthday.
It's fun. We're flipping the switch here to turn on all the lights. So I'll be here to turn the
nice.
switch on. And I was
That's
like, that's a
awesome.
pretty cool birthday party, too.
That is.
Turning on 6 million lights.
Yeah.
It's no
Just
big
a little something.
That's a little something.
Little bling.
It's a little something, something. But having new music out, this is really exciting. And another album coming out. This is number 6 coming out in January.
I think so.
Sure.
Well, let's see. We've got Shiver, Brave, Eternal. Sometimes I've lost count now. Spirit and Joy, and this one. So I guess that's 6.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask, do we only have one-word album titles? But Spirit and Joy kind of broke that trend.
My husband is all about that. He's like, you need a one word. You keep that theme going. And I'm like, oh my gosh. He's very involved in everything I do.
It is easy, though, to remember.
That's
I think
true.
it's smart.
That's true. Yeah.
It's very smart. In a cluttered world with a lot of stuff getting thrown at you, one word title.
Right.
Pretty
Yeah.
great.
And we were at White Sands National Park in New Mexico doing the photo shoot. And I have a song called Over New Mexico that's on the album. It actually it kicks off the album, the first track. And I wanted something that had something to do with the desert and the sands and everything and thinking about Arizona. And just so one of the words that popped up was gypsum sand dunes is what that's about. And I'm like, is what that's called. So that's why we called it that.
It's beautiful, too.
Yeah, it's so gorgeous.
Do you spend a lot of time out there just having fun?
I seem to have in the last couple of years. I've been
Okay.
like 3 times to that area. And even if I'm not right there, like if I was in Ruidoso in July, I will drive just to go back.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that there are places that really feel like you're drawn to them, or when you get there, you automatically feel like that could be home. There are not many that I've experienced, but there are some spots where I'm like, yeah, this feels right.
Yeah.
And I think that sounds like that might be one of the places. for you.
Totally. Well, for me, it seems to happen when I go out west.
Okay.
Yeah. I just went to St. George, Utah for the first time, and that was so stunning.
Really?
I went to Zion National Park and I fell in love with it out there. And that was my first time there. And Prescott, Arizona, I was just in, I was stunning. And I'm like, every time I go west, I'm like, this is so, I've never been there for and spent a lot of time there at one time. But every time I go, I can't wait to go back.
Is Prescott where Dirks is from? He's from somewhere.
Oh, that's a good question.
I can't remember. I just, when you said that, I was like, I know that city for some reason. But the new music that's out today is very cool because 3 songs released today.
Actually, no, 2 were on streaming. They'll add them in it's called a waterfall release. So
It's
they
so
take
different
the
now.
they take the new song and put it with what was. So the first song that came out was "Old Heartache," and we just did a video for that song.
Okay.
That's probably my favorite song on the album. And I've been wanting to release that for a really long time.
Ooh.
And then Slippery Slope came out about a month later, and now All the Same.
Nice.
And then November 7th, we have another one coming out, and then the album January 23rd. So
it is that Cascade Waterfall. That's the perfect way to describe it.
Yeah.
To have all this new music.
And then you'll
out.
be back at Chiefs in January for an album release show too.
Yes, I can't wait.
I'm on your website, by the way, jamieoneal.com.
Oh,
you got
thank
great
you.
looking merch.
Thank
I
you
love your
very
t-shirt.
much.
You were
So
talking
sweet.
earlier about the first time you were recognized and somebody wanted a photo with you. Do you
Yeah.
remember the first time you saw somebody wearing like your face on a t-shirt?
I don't remember the first time, but I know it's so awesome when they wear like a vintage
Oh
t-shirt.
yeah,
'cause
you know
of
they've
course
been with you for a while.
Yeah,
right?
like it's all faded, and I'm like, this is so cool, and it's from the Arizona days.
Now your daughter is doing music as well.
Yes.
How has that been? Because I'm sure that there are parts of it you're like, this is amazing, and obviously if it's your calling, it's your calling.
Right.
But you also know all the pitfalls and the ugly
Yes.
parts of the music business.
Well, she was coming on the bus with me, from the time she was a baby, and she loves being on the bus whenever we get to do a bus trip. And so I think, in a way, she felt like it's like the family business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She just fell into it coming on stage and singing, but where she really loves it is picking up the guitar and writing music. Is her main love. And, I don't play guitar, so I've never written a song by myself. I'll do melodies and then take it to someone else. She writes a lot by herself, and I think she uses music. When she was a kid, it was always about something with her friends, bullying or a best friend that had turned their back on her. It's kind of funny. You try not to laugh when your 12-year-old is singing this very serious song. But now it's like, it's all she wants to do. She just loves it and soaks it all up. And she's at Belmont. And Belmont's a great college.
It is a great school.
You've gotten to share the Opry stage with her too, which is just so cool.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah.
We sang Somebody's Hero together, and every time I do the Opry, I try to, hopefully she's available. Because she's got that busy social life.
I mean, what are you going to do? You got to get her booked early, Mom.
Yeah.
That's right. It's got to get on the schedule very early. But yeah, I mean, I think she's seen the negative sides of it too. So if she goes into it, she knows, the ups and downs for sure. And you have to have a tough skin.
You're also going to be doing a show with our friend Ty Herndon.
Yes.
The Christmas show. So Merry
I
Christmas,
just took him
baby.
to White Sands National Park, by the way. I just took him. And of course he was like, where are we going? Wait, what are we doing? Why are we making this detour? And I'm like, look, just shut up. You just don't ask anything until we get there, because once you see it, you'll be glad you did.
I love
That's
him so
funny.
much, and he
Yeah,
is so
he's
much
funny.
fun. He just stopped by and did an Opry with us, and he said, this is the first time that I have been in the Opry circle solo in, I forgot how many years.
He said 20.
Was it
20 years, yeah.
Yeah, because he and I did it with Andy Griggs.
Yes, he'd been a
years
guest
ago.
with other people, but
Right,
But
not
he
on
had
his
not
own.
been on his own, and I was there at the podium, and he killed it. He
Yeah.
sounded so good.
His voice is incredible.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just so much fun. So you guys are going to be doing Merry Christmas, Baby. That's in Morton, Minnesota. That'll be
Yes.
beautiful and probably
Yes.
snowy that time of year.
Probably so.
Yeah, December 6th.
Yeah, quite the opposite of the desert.
Exactly.
You go
Take
from
your coat.
Minnesota to Texas. So you're like,
Yes.
I'll take a taste of the snow and then I'm going south. You're going down to the Woodlands for the Songwriters Festival at the Woodlands Resort. That's happening after Christmas, December 29th, and then back at Chiefs in January. And that's when the new album is out as well. Gypsum is coming out. You said January 7th.
January 23rd.
23rd.
Yes.
Writing that down now. And there we go.
Yes.
And then the 21st is when you're playing Chiefs on Broadway. So
Right.
kind of record
It's
release.
it's a release party
That's fun.
/ show. Yeah.
It's good stuff.
I
and
can't
then
wait.
there next week as well. We love
Yes,
having
November
you in.
6th. I'm going to be there with Sarah Buxton and Emily West. I mean, I basically booked the show just so I can hear them.
I am such a fan.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I know.
Emily
As
is
people,
a comic. I mean,
she's hilarious.
she could do stand up.
She should be on Broadway.
True.
On a one-woman show.
100%.
And I know she can do the music because she can sing absolutely anything. And Sarah, I just love both of them. So it's going to be a really fun show, songwriter show.
I love all of this. All right, we're closing out with All the Same. Give us
Yay.
info on the new song.
Oh, this was written by Dean Dillon and Scotty Emmerich.
Well, that's a good start.
Couple
Nice.
of slacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And I just when I first heard this song, I was like, I love it so much, and I love the things that it says, and I'm usually attracted to a song if it's opposite of something I would write. Does that make sense? Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to do something that it's like, this is so cool that you wish you would have written it, but it's not something that you would have. So that's what drew me into this song. I love the melody. I love everything about it.
All right, well, we're playing it right now. Thank you for coming
Yes.
in.
Thank you so much for
seeing
having
us.
me. Thanks, you guys.
Look for the new album Gypsum. It's out January 23rd. I got it right down here. And you can go see Jamie November the 6th at Chiefs on Broadway. This is All the Same. You're hearing it this morning on WSM. Thanks for being a part of the show this morning. It's Coffee Country and Cody. I'm Kelly Sutton. That's Charlie Matos. That's Annie Nye. We've got Hank upstairs filling in. He's dressed as Jeff Roberts today. I am doing my best leopard print. You are kind of a Forrest Gump-esh.
Yes. Isk.
Yes,
Esk.
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 And Annie's coming in correct with her ghouls.
Yes.
Let's go,
Let's
ghouls.
go, ghouls.
Let's go.
I said because it is Halloween, we needed to tell some spooky stories.
Okay.
So I looked it up. The Ryman Auditorium, they only do a couple of times a year where they do like a haunted tour.
Haunted Ryman. I think that's what it's called.
The
yeah.
Haunted Ryman. And as I was looking, I don't know if they're doing it today. I don't think that they are, but some of the best ghost stories from there include the Gray Man, which is supposedly a Confederate soldier
Ooh.
who is
Okay.
still there. They've also said that Lula is there, Lula Naff,
Really? Oh, yeah, yeah. Well,
that she's still there,
Yeah.
that she was the lady for years that ran the Ryman Auditorium and booked all of the entertainment for many, many years,
Yeah.
that she's still there, and that Captain Tom Ryman is still there.
wow. That's quite the menagerie of people we got going on there.
I don't know. I've never, I haven't spent enough time in there to have anything super spooky happen, but I will say there was a show and we were in the first dressing room. It's the biggest one that's over stage right.
Sure. Yeah.
And we were inside there, and it was Jeannie Seeley and myself. And I don't remember if Whisper and Bill was there, but we were all talking and the lights kept flickering. And I said, someone is here that doesn't want us to be in this room right now. So I got up and left. Well, Jeannie laughed. She didn't care. But I was a little nervous because it just felt like the lights flickering were people telling us like, yeah, it's time for you to go do your job.
You know, when I lived downtown almost 20 years, and I would go to church Sundays a lot of times at St. Mary's.
Oh, I've heard
and
that one.
St. Mary's is the oldest church of any denomination
Yep.
in Nashville, 1847, right? I think. But during the Civil War, it served as a hospital for soldiers on both sides. So, like, Union and Confederate soldiers were
Yep.
treated. Many died in that church, and you could only imagine what's going on there, right?
Well, I have done the haunted walking tour of Nashville. So highly recommend that if anybody wants to do it. Now, we did it as a part of a segment for the TV show that I was working for. So we did it during the day. Not nearly as
Yeah, different atmosphere, right?
dramatic, but it was very cool because we got to hear the stories. And that same church when they were renovating it, they found the body of Bishop Miles.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they buried him. Yeah.
He was discovered during the 1972 renovation. I looked it up because I couldn't remember what year it was. But they didn't realize he was there when they were renovating.
That'd be quite a discovery, right?
Yeah. They were
Like,
removing
oh.
things and they're like, oh, we did not know you were here. I'm so sorry. So yeah, they said that that's one of the souls that's still there.
That'll wake you up.
Yeah. That'll do it.
Yeah.
The other place that's on that tour stop is Skull's Rainbow Room
Oh,
in
yeah.
Prender's Alley.
Mm-hmm.
That's a sad story, but the owner was a man who went by the name of Skull, and he was murdered.
Yeah, it didn't go good. Yeah.
Right in front of his establishment. And then, it was closed. I remember moving here in 2001 and it was closed. It was closed for 17 years before they reopened it, and just was used as like storage. So they would walk us down and tell us that story and everything that happened in front of Skull's Rainbow Room on Prender's Alley.
You ever done a cemetery tour in New Orleans?
I've never done a cemetery tour in New Orleans.
Oh,
No,
Pretty
I
neat.
bet that's a good
you
one.
need to. That's...
Did they take you to the Hard Rock Cafe for the Nashville one? Because I know that they used to, when I worked there many moons ago, they would stop there.
Well, they told us about the building. So Hard Rock Cafe has a little tiny building that's out in front of it, which is where they used to keep all the merch. And that is the oldest standing saloon in Nashville. And if you walk in, you could see there were some bullet holes that were in the floor. And it was also called Silver Dollar because there were silver dollars that were in the floor all around. And they said that was haunted. They didn't necessarily talk about Hard Rock being haunted.
Yeah. They say that the basement, there was this big hole in the wall. And they say that they used to, in the Prohibition era, they would like take booze down the river and they would go under through where the Hard Rock Cafe now is. And they had it all closed off. And I was like, let's go in there.
You had to smuggle it, right?
Yeah.
Well, it was a hardware store when I moved to town.
Was it really?
Wow.
Yeah, huge hardware store.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Charlie
yeah.
with
The
the
original. There's
aging
still an
himself.
original of the painting of the hardware store. The
That
guy
is
with the little white hat.
fascinating.
Yeah, it's still there.
Well, there are all kinds of tunnels because they did run liquor from
Oh, yeah.
the river up through a lot of different places in downtown Nashville. So if you're here for Halloween, go exploring. Be careful. Happy Halloween, everybody. Thank you for being with us here on Coffee Country and Cody. Make sure you tune in tonight at 7 o'clock for WSM. You're going to get the Opry Show. Big Red Curtain goes up at 7, and we're back next week. See you then.